Hey guys, Killaks here, multi-rank 1 in PvP and Mythic Plus every single tier and the #1 virgin collector in North America. Today we're going through every single raid achievement added in the War Within inside the Manaforge Omega Raid, and the easiest methods to complete each one with your raid. Whether you're chasing the meta achievements, going for the mount rewards, or just trying to 100% your achievements log like me, this guide will make sure that you know exactly what to do step by step for every single boss. First, before we start, we ran the achievements with a 10-man player group. But if you want things to go a little bit smoother mechanically speaking, I recommend 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 8 DPS. You can even bring a 3rd healer for some of the fights. A lot of these achievements are more about waiting for a specific mechanic or criteria to be met or trigger, rather than just a raw DPS check. For add-ons, the only one you really need for this one is Instance Achievement Tracker. It'll automatically announce whenever you've met or failed an achievement requirement, so you'll instantly know whether to finish the pull or reset and try again. I also recommend shift clicking the achievement for the boss you're currently on to track it manually. So if you just go to your achievement panel and you hold down shift and left click, it'll automatically track the achievement that you're missing on the right hand side. When the criteria aren't complete for the pull that you're doing the achievement, the text will show up in red, and once you've met all the conditions, it'll turn white. Super easy to track your progress in game and know whether or not to kill the boss or wipe. For the first fight, you're going to want to do the fight normally, get the boss to about 30 to 35%, and then completely stop DPS. Make sure you're dropping pulls off on the side, tank is doing the tank mechanic properly. And when the boss starts to push you back during the intermission where the phase begins, where you get pushed back and you start running to the boss to break the absorb shield, you'll start seeing small mice along the path. These can also spawn inside the puddles, so make sure the person picking them up does not die. All you have to do is run over them and pick them up. No clicking required, just walk straight into them. The boss pushes you back 3 total times. You'll need to complete all 3 intermissions. Each intermission has 2 mice, for a total of 6 mice across the entire fight. Only 1 player can pick up 1 mouse at a time the entire fight, so make sure everyone who doesn't have one grabs one during their intermission phase. If the moving wall runs over the mice, you'll fail the achievement. So stay ahead of it and don't let the mice get crushed. Once you've picked up one, you don't actually need to do anything special. Just make sure the person holding the mouse actually stays alive and doesn't get hit by the wall and dies. You can safely get hit by any mechanic, just don't die and don't touch the wall. And you'll complete the achievement successfully. You can safely get hit by other mechanics, just don't die and don't touch the wall. And you'll complete the achievement successfully as soon as you meet the criteria for it. Very easy, very simple. For the Soulbinder fight, it's very simple. In each corner of the room, there will be a pad that is right-clickable. You'll want to have one person instantly right-click both pads at the beginning of the room where you're keeping the fight. So you'll want to tank the boss on one of the pads to begin with, then go pad by pad and doing the mechanic and killing the ad that spawns. All you have to do is right-click it and kill the ad that it spawns. Right after this, you're going to do 1 set of mechanics, and then you're going to go all the way to the other star of the room where the other 2 pads are. So as soon as this mechanic is complete and you kill the ads, every single person rushes all the way to the beginning of the room where the other 2 pads are, and you do the same exact thing. You right click the pads, you spawn the ad, and you kill the ads. Once you right click every single pad and cleared all 4 total ads in a single pull, you'll be able to kill the boss and earn the achievement. You can actually solo this one or have 2 DPS go around pad to pad and kill the ad by themselves, as the ads really don't have that much health to begin with. Or the Loom'ithar one is actually very simple. You're either going to want to have every single person in the raid /cower or /cuddle the boss. I recommend /cowering, as that will make the boss do 15% more damage. /cuddle makes the boss take 15% less damage. After every single person in the raid has typed /cower or /cuddle, I recommend just doing /cower. You'll just be able to kill the fight normally. Just do the mechanics properly, don't die and don't wipe, and you'll easily be able to get this achievement, especially with the current gear that we have now. The Forgeweaver one is a little bit more involved. You'll want to do the fight normally, soak the circle, kill the spears. The boss will spawn 2 echo ads, arcane echo ads. What you'll want to do is you want to kill the first one. We kept the first one alive, but we realized later you should be killing the first one and you should be keeping the second one alive. If you use the first one and kill the second one, the first one ad will actually enrage later on and do a lot more damage. Now, when the boss hits 100% energy, this is when you'll have to do the specific mechanic. At the same time that your tank is keeping the ad out of raid and nobody is killing that one ad that you're going to use to transform, you're going to be DPSing the boss to about 30 to 20%. Don't push him below 15 to 20%. I would advise just stopping at around 30%. When the boss hits 100% energy during the intermission, the tank that has the Echo Add has to drag it into the beam in the middle of the room. At that point, the Add will get a debuff. This is all you have to do for this phase. Once your Add gets that debuff, you can run it out and just put it away from the raid again. You do not want to kill this Add. In the final phase, the boss will push you back towards whichever direction your back is. Make sure you get knocked to the beginning of the room. Keep the Add away from the boss so you don't accidentally kill the boss. The boss will start spawning these adds called Void Manifestation on people. You'll want to get these near the Echo Add and stack them on top of them, and this will absorb the adds and transform into a Void Forged Echo. The little adds still stay up, just make sure you kill everything. Once the Echo Add transforms into a Void Forged Echo, you'll want to kill that add, and then you'll be able to kill the boss and earn your achievement. This one involves a little bit more thinking than the other ones, but it's still very straightforward. The Soul Hunter one was actually very funny. Outside the boss room to the southwestish a little bit, you'll see a sparkling bandana that you can put on your eyes. You'll want to loot this item, and you want to make sure you don't accidentally use it before you pull the boss. You have to use it during the fight encounter. If you use it before that, it'll automatically cancel, and it also has a 1 minute cooldown as well. After the 1 minute's up and your vision returns, just fight the fight normally to finish the achievement. Note that I used it twice this fight. I just wanted to mess around with it to see how it goes. If you have one person in your raid or anybody else that doesn't use it on pull with everyone else, don't panic. Just wait for their blindfold cooldown to come back up. Wait for them to use it and wait for that 1 minute to be over after they take their blindfold off. Make sure they stay alive. And once every single person that uses the blindfold live for 1 minute, boom, you get the achievement. The Fractillus one was a little bit challenging, but it's pretty straightforward once you understand it. You'll want to first start off by marking every single crystal with a very noticeable mark on the ground. This will allow people to instantly dictate whether or not what mark to go to. You'll want to have at least one person telling people where to go and where to stand. This will make the fight a lot easier throughout the fight for people that are confused. Essentially, the way the fight works is that there will be 2 sets of walls, and the third set will always be a wall break. So 3 people will get 1 set of walls, and you'll want to stack them to begin with on triangle. So we just started from the left side of the room here on pull. So you'll see when the first 3 people get the set of walls, they all stack on triangle. What you want to do for this achievement specifically is you want to stack 4 walls on one side and break them, but you'll want to spread these out. So for example, here we put 2 walls on triangle, 1 wall on circle. So we'll want to put 2 more walls on triangle and 3 more walls on circle. Going to get 1 more set of walls coming up here. We want to put 1 wall on triangle, so only 1 person goes triangle. We want to put 3 on circle. Now this next set of walls is going to be a wall break. So the people that get these wall breaks are going to want to specifically only break triangle, because triangle only has 4 in this case. You don't want to break the other ones. The next set of walls, which comes up in 5 seconds, you're going to want to stack 1 up on circle and 3 on triangle. So you guys get the pattern going on over here. It's very, very easy. You just want to make sure you put 4 walls at least, no more than 4, and then break 4 walls every time. What I recommend is when you get to the point where you have a ton of 3 to 4 walls, you're going to want to break as many as you possibly can. So as the fight goes on, you're going to get more and more and more walls, and you're going to be able to break less and less and less. So here we'll have to break circle, we'll have to stack 1 more on star, 2 more on triangle, but we want to break as much as we can as well. That way we don't get overwhelmed. Make sure you try to stay away from stacking 5 on each wall, as that'll eventually wipe you later on in the fight, because this actually is a pretty long fight. This achievement is very long. Just have to do this wall mechanic properly. Keep in mind that your tank will also get a wall that he has to figure out where to go. So just make sure your tanks are aware that they're going to consistently get walls that they have to put on as well. So right here, when you're in a situation later on in the fight, when you get a ton of different walls, you'll want to try to stack only on walls that do not have 4. But in this case, almost every single wall has 4. So you're going to have to 5 stack one wall, which is completely fine. Just don't go past 5 stacks or you will wipe. Right here on this next wall break, you're going to want all of these people to break as many 4 walls as they can. You don't want to stack these. Make sure you're still healing during this fight. It's actually a little bit healing intensive when you're breaking this many walls at once. As you're clearing more and more walls, you want to try to only stick to stacking 4 walls and breaking 4 walls. So as you notice, the other walls have 5. We want to stay away from those. If we stack one more on those, we're going to wipe. But you also only want to break the 4 walls. You don't want to break the 5 walls because you're going to run out of time and you're going to wipe doing that. For the Nexus King one, while you're clearing the trash up to the boss, instead of going left, you're going to go down, straight, all the way south. As you get to this section right here, you'll notice a black swirly on the ground. You're going to want to go near that and talk to the NPC over there. Nexus Princess Kai'Veza will spawn as soon as you're near the black swirly. Every single person inside your raid will have to talk to her and make sure that she changes colors during the transition in the dialogue. Once her dialogue disappears, you're good to go for Nexus King and you can kill the boss. Make sure every single person in the raid talks to this NPC, goes through the entire dialogue, and don't respec. Stay the same specialization the entire time. Following the dialogue with Kai'Veza will make her spawn the entire fight with these random daggers being thrown and shown to every single person in the raid. Make sure every single person in your raid sees these daggers. If one person does not see them, it means they didn't speak to her and you're going to have to wipe and go speak to her again. As soon as you pull the boss, you're going to want to Bloodlust and DPS her. If your DPS is extremely low, you're going to actually have to do the transition phases, where you go to the 2 separate platforms on the left and right. Make sure you split up your group accordingly if you do have to do this. But for the most part, with the gear level that we have now, we can just completely skip this. When the boss calls down his dragon, if your DPS is high enough, don't DPS the dragon, just focus your DPS on Saldhar and kill him to earn your achievement. The last boss one on Dimensius was a little bit tricky, but it was extremely easy once we realized how to do it. In phase 1 of the fight, when you're on the platform, everyone just needs to get lifted up by reverse gravity mechanic. You're going to want to rotate your raid members in and out, and make sure that every single person gets the effect at least once, even your tanks. Once every single person has been lifted, you can actually just kill the boss and do everything normally. It's very simple and easy. What we recommend doing is the first set of adds you kill them, but do not pick up these orbs. Do the fight normally, soak this black hole right here, make sure every single person is in this soaking, and as soon as the people that get picked for gravity laps right here happen, the people that do not get picked are going to pick up the orbs and break them out. If you have people pick up the orbs right away as soon as the adds die, they could potentially get this mechanic as well and get stuck because we have such few players in the raid. So when the adds spawn and they drop the orbs, we recommend just not picking them up until the gravity laps players get chosen, as these players get chosen at random. So do the fights normally, soak the mechanic, and then next up, 2 people are going to get picked randomly. And if you don't get picked, you can go pick up the orb and break the people out. So you see right now, I don't get picked, so I go pick up the orb. This way I know I can help them get out of that mechanic. You'll actually wipe in certain situations if you pick up the orbs too fast, and the players that get the orbs get picked for gravity laps, because there's going to be nobody else with the orbs to break them out. After you meet the criteria for the first section on the boss, you just do the fight normally, dodge mechanics, split the adds up. Your DPS should be high enough to where you can just kill this add before doing any mechanic on these platforms. That should be easy. Just make sure nobody dies. And that's every single raid achievement inside Manaforge Omega for the War Within. If this guide helped you knock them out, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and check out my other videos on my channel. You can also join the Doo Doo Farmers Discord if you're looking for a collector community. I'll have that link down in the description for you guys. I stream every single night over at twitch.tv/KillaksTV. So if you've got any questions, come hang out live and I'll help you through it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.